Hi everybody, I'm going to do about 20-25 minute routine, full body, no equipment needed. So let's get started. So grab your mat. I've got my right foot forward, my left foot back in a nice low lunge. My back's nice and straight and I'm just rocking forwards and backwards. Just a few times, a little bit of movement. And then my left hand's going to plant down on the floor underneath my shoulder. My right arm is going to reach up to the sky. I'm taking my gaze with me. I'm really trying to straighten my left leg, opening a little bit more. Good, it feels really lovely. And then right hand comes down, my left knee goes to the mat. And I'm flexing my right foot for a hamstring stretch. Now you can always have a nice soft knee in this right leg. Trying to come out of that upper body so we're not sinking down. I'm reaching my chest forward, getting a really strong stretch in my right hamstring. Good, and then I'm going to come forward again. The left hand's going to plant. The right arm is going to lift to the sky. Good, really push all your energy out through that left heel, reaching up with that right arm. Then you can plant the right hand. You can either drop that left knee like we did before, or keep the bum in the air. And again, I really want you to take your chest forward here, feeling that strong stretch in that right hamstring, bending that right knee again. Both hands go down, and then we're just going to spin. The right arm tucks in and we're going to reach up with the left arm. Good, so a little bit of a stretch in the inner thighs, the adductors here. Coming back, framing that right foot one more time. Last time, reaching up with that right arm. Good. And again, your little hamstring stretch. You can either drop that left knee or hover it. Take that chest forward. Have a nice soft knee, don't lock out this right leg. Coming back forward, planting that left foot down, swiveling around, reaching up with the left arm. Good. And coming back to center. Take that right foot back to a high plank or to a kneeling plank, whichever you feel like you want to do today. Pushing out through the hands. Good. Holding it for 1, 2, where am I going to count to? 3, 4, and 5. Drop the left, both knees. Left foot comes forward this time. Right leg extends behind you. And again, we'll just kind of rock forwards and backwards a few times to begin with. And then we're going to plant that right hand directly below the right shoulder, reaching up with that left arm, taking your gaze to the sky, feeling that lovely full body twist. Making some weird grunting noises. Good, coming back to the center. Let's drop that right knee to begin with. Keeping a soft knee in that left leg, taking that chest forward. Feeling that, almost trying to pull that left hip back to increase the hamstring stretch. Good, coming back. Right hand plants below the shoulder, left arm reaches to the sky. Really trying to extend that right leg, lifting that right knee. And then this time I'm going to hover that left leg in the sky, take my chest forward, pull my left hip back as much as I can. Good, and then I'm going to put my bum to this time. So my left foot's going to plant, both hands are here, snuggling in that left elbow, reaching up with that right arm, feeling that really nice opening in the adductors, the inner thighs. Swiveling back last time, right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky, lifting that right knee, reaching up. Coming back, hamstring, chest goes forward, drawing that left bum back as much as you can. Bending into that left knee again. Having a little bit of my bum view as I bring my right arm to the sky. Good. And then coming back, planting both hands, left leg comes back to plank. So remember, you can always do a kneeling plank here, taking that bum, tucking it under, pushing in through the hands. Or you can lift both knees, really push into your hands. So almost like you're rounding your upper back. Holding it here for 5. A little bit of shaking's cool. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back to your downward dog. Just walk out your dog, shake out your head. Good, just whatever feels good. You can do a little bit of a wiggle, left to right. Just enjoying that stretch. Pushing in through both hands equally. And now just settle here. Again, keep thinking of wrapping those triceps under, pushing back. Try not to kind of open up too much in the ribs here. So gently pulling the ribs away a little bit. So we're not doing that flare, which I love to do. You can always have a nice bend in the knee if that helps kind of untucking your pelvis. Or is it tucking? I never can work out this in this position. Good, and then you're going to gently walk the hands to the feet. Remember, you can always have soft knees if you've got tight hamstrings. Holding on to the elbows, shaking out the head, little rock left to right. Try to keep the weight in the front of the feet as much as you can, which can feel terrifying hanging upside down. Good. Take one long inhale through the nose in this position. And sighing out, let your head be heavy. One more long inhale here through the nose. Exhale, sighing out. And then last time, let your hands be heavy. Shake out that head. One more inhale, soften your knees. And exhale, slowly rolling up, restacking your spine, arms and head nice and heavy. Get to the top, take your shoulders up to your ears and roll them back down. We'll just do a few little squat touches. So nice squat here, feet hips distance, grazing the ground with my hands. I'm going to take them up, reaching up with those arms, and then I'm opening the palms behind me. Just for a nice little shoulder roll. So really exaggerate the move if you can, reaching as high as you can and taking those, trying to open the palms there so your little finger, your pinky finger, leads the way as your arms go behind you. Good. I like to do this nice and slowly to really kind of exaggerate the move, feeling that lovely stretch in my shoulders. I have really tight shoulders, so I'm always trying to do lots of moves to kind of open them up, anything that feels nice. Good, let's do a few more. Reaching. Good. Few more. Let's do 3 more. And then we'll start. So our first move is going to be in a nice high lunge. And then we'll go from there. Might be a little bit of burning to begin with. One last inhale. And exhale, lowering the shoulders. Good, okay, let me hoik my leggings up. So the right leg comes forward, left leg behind. So we've all done this high lunge position. You want both little hip bones facing forward, 2 train tracks. And if you've got really tight quads and hip flexors here, you can always bend that left leg more so you're a bit more upright, stacked here. Good, and then just reach back. Nice. And then I want you to take your arms to the sky. Good, and then we're going to lean, so we're going to keep our legs in this position. And I'm going to lean forward for a humble warrior. So my legs, I'm still extending out through that left heel. And my fingertips are really reaching behind me. So I'm not putting my upper body on my right thigh. It's hovering, so there's a lot of core action going on here. And then now I'm going to lean, reach up. Good. And then I'm going to go again, keeping my legs where they are. And just take it nice and slowly, really trying to get the most out of each and every move. This isn't a fast class, but it's going to burn. I mean, my right thigh is already on fire. Let's do 2 more. Good, reaching back with the fingertips so you get that nice opening in the chest. Woo, my right thigh is killing. Good, last time, humble warrior here. And reaching up. And can you keep your legs here and just give me a little dip? So it doesn't have to be left knee all the way to the mat. It could just be a little pulse here. Good. Let's do a few more. Nice. And then we're going to move forward, staying on this side, going to warrior 3. So if you've got a chair or a wall here for a bit of extra support, then that's cool. Let's do 2 more. And 1. Good. Hands to hips or holding onto a surface. And see if you can just push out of this right leg. So you can just be on the left toes here, or you can lift that left leg. And I just want you to lift and lower that left leg. Good. Again, you can have your arms behind you in aeroplane arms. Good. Or you can hold onto a surface for balance. Whoa, how's everyone's right leg doing? Good. Give me 4 more. And 3. And then 2. And last challenge is to stand up. Woo! Okay, shaking it out. So we're going to do the other side. So left leg forward, right leg back. Nice high lunge. Again, if you've got tight quads, tight hips, just bend that right knee. So you're in this nice stacked position. Good. So I'm very much and kind of love being like this. So it's a lot of work for me just to really tuck under, but I've been practicing extending the arms. Good. And then we're going to keep the legs in this position as we move the upper body over that left thigh. And again, up. Good. And down. Woo, this is already killing. Good. And up. And down. Good. Try not to lean on that left thigh. Keeping your upper body off it as much as it can. 3 more. And then we're going to do that little pulse. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here for a breath. Coming up. And give me a little pulse. So it can be a little pulse or it can be a knee all the way to the ground. Good. Really burning those legs. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Good. 4 more. And 3. And then we're going to do that warrior 3. Lift. Last 2. Last 1. Good. And you can hold on to something here. And you can stay on this right toe. Or you can lift this right leg. Good. Lifting and lowering. You can challenge your balance. Little aeroplane arms here. Have a soft left knee. Never lock out your standing leg. Good, let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Woo! Good, up to stand. Okay, last little leg variation. So we're going to be wide. So you're going to come bending that right leg. So nice side lunge. Coming back to center, a little hover, a little wobble. And the leg comes behind for a curtsy. So the right leg lands. And then it comes behind. Good. Just doing a few here. You can do whatever you like with your arms. Good. And each time you might be able to get a little bit lower. Nice. Let's do a few more. So we're definitely working our legs here. Should we do 5 more? And 4. Good, last 3. Should we do a little pulse at the end? Last 2. And last 1. Whoop. Pulse it behind for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, the other side, let's just go straight away. Right leg lands and then comes back to your curtsy. Am I doing exactly the same? Yes. Okay, left leg. I was thinking that felt hard. Good, okay. So yes, so I've switched sides. That's how little my brain works right now. Good. Doing a few more. Trying to land nice and gently and then have that little bit of air time before you go into the curtsy. Good, let's do 4 more. And then we'll do a few little pulses. And then we'll give our legs a break. Okay, last 2. Last 1, let's pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. How are we doing for time? Okay, we haven't got much longer. So we're going to lie on our front. Okay, really ground your feet, the tops of your feet. Pull your tummy away, so you're resting on your hip bones. Keep your gaze to the mat. Keep that belly button pulling away from the mat as much as you can. Back of the neck long as you reach the arms forward. And then I want you to take your palms to the sky and see if you can bring your arms up your back to touch. So we'll do that a few times. So the arms reach back, the palms to the sky. And keep trying to pull that belly button away from the mat. So it's a really strong core move. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Good. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Good. And last 1. Then this time, we're going to repeat. So the arms will come behind us, up high. And then this time, they're going to go by your shoulders. And you're going to push either here to your kneeling plank or push up to full plank, okay? So you can come back to your knees to lower and then begin. So arms extend, take them behind you, bring them to the shoulders, either onto here and then lower, good, or here. And then you can drop your knees to lower or you can lower in a plank. Let's do a few more. Extend the arms forward, palms to the sky, hands underneath shoulders. I'm going for a full plank. Pushing up, lowering down, reaching forward, arms behind you, reaching forward, hands under shoulders, push up to your version of plank. Good, let's do 2 more. Reaching forward, palms behind you, hands to the shoulders, push on the exhale. Good. Last 1, reaching forward, palms to the sky, hands under shoulders. Keep your elbows snuggled in as you push to plank. Woo. And then back down. Good. I can't actually work out what time we start. I think we've got about 5 more minutes. So I'm lying on my right side. I've got my legs bent. And we've all done this clam move, I'm sure. Maybe I haven't, but I feel like you probably have. Good. So my hips are stacked. So this is option 1, which is great. If you wanted it a bit harder, you can bring the toes off the ground. But I don't want any of this because it's not really doing much. So trying to keep the hips stacked, not sinking into your elbow here. Or if you wanted the option 2, keep those feet down and push up on the exhale. I'm just moving my right arm a little bit further forward. And again, you can do what you want with this left hand. It can go to the hip, it can go to the sky. Exhaling as you lift. So we're working the side body, side glutes, the shoulder. Good. Really get that squeeze and the exhale at the top. And it burns. Don't forget you've got options to scale this down a little bit. You can always do a couple and then move back. Good. Let's go for 8. Woo! And 7. Good. Last 6. And 5. 4 more. Good. Last 3. Ouch. Last 2. And 1. And then just spin round. Woo! However you can. Over to the other side. Just start with your clam to begin with. Trying to get your form. The hips stacked. Remember, you can bring your toes off, and it already hurts this side because you've already worked both sides. Let's just go. So if you wanted that second option, exhale as you push, inhale as you lower. Good. It's so much harder on this side already. Good. Let's do 8. And 7. 6 more. Good. Last 5. 4 more. 3. Last one. Nice. And then just to finish, a little kind of glute bridge just with a stretch included. So my right foot's on top of my left knee. I've snuggled my shoulders under. My right foot's flexed. I'm exhaling as I lift my bum to the sky. Good. You can always keep that bum hovered so you're not completely dropping it. Big exhale pushes you up. Trying to get right to the end of the move. Inhale to lower. Exhale to push. Good. Let's do 10 more. And 9. 8 more. Good. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Give both knees a little snuggle just for a second, trying to get the whole of your spine, your lower back on the mat, pulling the knees in. And let's switch sides. I'm snuggling my shoulders under palms to sky, left foot on right knee, left foot flexed, pushing up. Good. Nice. So I'm feeling a nice little kind of stretch here in my hip flexor as well, in my left glute. Good. I think we've got 10 more. Let's go for 10 and 9, 8. Good. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. And a little cuddle to finish. Pulling those knees in, getting that lower back on the mat. Little rock left to right. One more big breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out. Good. Rock and rolling up to seated. And there you are. You're done. I hope you enjoyed that.